Welcome to English with Leanne. Today's phrasal verb is to break down. And you'll remember the other day we did to break up. I'll make sure to link that down below in the description. But today is to break down. And we have 6 definitions for our phrasal verb today. Our first definition of to break down is to stop working or stop functioning. So an example of this would be that my car broke down on the freeway. I had to call a tow truck. And you're saying that your car stopped working, the engine, something inside the car stopped functioning. You can even say, I get sick so often now. It's like my body is breaking down. And you're saying that it's like your body is stopping its normal functioning. It's not functioning as well as it used to. Our second definition is to collapse or to fail. And this is a little bit like to stop functioning, but we use it for things like negotiations or the government. The government broke down, and now I don't know what we're going to do. And so you're saying that the entire government collapsed. It didn't just stop working in that case. You could use it to say it stopped working, but you are probably going to be using it to say it collapsed. It no longer is really there. You could also say that negotiations broke down, or negotiations are breaking down. And in this case, you're saying that people are talking, trying to come to an agreement, and it's not going well. Everything's falling apart. It's not going great. But we have more definitions. Our next definition is to break down a barrier. So this is to maybe break down a door. So if you say, "Let me in. If you don't open this door, I'm going to break it down." You are actually going to tear the door apart. You can also break down boxes after you move, and that normally means that you are collapsing or making the boxes flat so they're not standing. You're breaking down boxes. Another definition is to take apart into smaller parts. Okay, so if you break a car engine down, you are taking the engine apart into its smaller parts. But you could also break a difficult topic down. And in this case, you are going to explain each piece. You also use to break down with this definition when you are disassembling a tent. When you are taking a tent down, you might break down the tent or break down your campsite where you're taking it apart and putting it away. With a very similar definition, but specific to chemistry, you can break down a substance into its compounds. Again, chemistry words, so that is going to be specific to chemistry, but it's the same idea of breaking something down into smaller parts. And our last definition of to break down is to have just a complete emotional failure where you're really overwhelmed with emotions. And you might say, I watched this video on Instagram or on Facebook and I just broke down. I started crying and oh gosh, I just got so emotional. And that is just really, the emotions overwhelm you and you just can't function. So notice how being able to function is one of the main themes in these definitions, or being broken into smaller parts. That would be the other theme in these definitions. Hopefully you have a good understanding of to break down. Good luck with this phrasal verb.